Hi guys, I just had the camera out to make a tarot reading video for a client, and I thought I would take the opportunity of having it all set up on the stand and everything to show you just these two crystals. This one is new and this one isn't, but those of you who don't follow me on Facebook won't have seen it from my video that I made on my crystals, and it really is a beauty. Just to give you an idea of size, I'll sort of try to, it's actually looking smaller on camera for some reason than it actually is. It kind of, there you go. It's pretty massive. I got this quite a few months ago. It's a beautiful piece of fluorite, in case you didn't know. And I just kind of wanted to show it off, I guess. I also just was thinking a lot about crystals recently. I know I said in my last crystal video that I don't really believe in crystal healing as such, but I do definitely feel like there's a lot to be gained from working with crystals, that they are wonderful kind of placebo tools. And they're just incredibly beautiful. I love to use them for meditation. I also kind of don't believe like literally in the chakras, but I love doing chakra work as well. And again, specifically for morning meditation and kind of daily practice stuff, I really love to focus on the chakras and just kind of use that as a focal point and as a way to hone in on different parts of, you know, myself and different aspects of my personality and my energy that might need to be balanced. And I love to use large tumbled crystals for that, large polished crystals. So like these ones here, you've probably seen my rose quartz and my carnelian and my onyx egg if you saw my last crystal video. I tend to favour large polished palm stones. I'm not a big fan of tumble stones, although I do have quite a lot of them, and I'm not actually a huge fan. I don't like clusters. I don't know what it is. I have an amethyst cluster and it sits beside my bed, but I don't like playing with it. It doesn't sit on my altar. I like it beside my bed, but I'm just not a big fan of clusters. And rough stones, some stones I love rough. Like I love rose quartz in rough form. I love calcite in rough form, but apart from that, I'm just not a big fan. There's something about the smooth kind of, the smoothness and the fact that you can just really kind of easily kind of turn it over in your hand and everything about large polished stones that I love. This bad boy is kind of brand new, and this is mostly what I wanted to show you. This is a piece of smoky quartz. I got it online from an Irish shop that I keep an eye on because every now and then they get in, well, they always have quite a large selection of beautiful palm stones, and every now and then they get in new ones. And I've been looking for a large piece of smoky quartz forever because I love smoky quartz. I just have a real affinity with it, and it can be quite hard to find large pieces, especially large tumble pieces, because again, I'm not that big on points and rough stones and stuff like that. So when I saw this in the shop, I just thought, yes. It's not really coming out very well on the camera. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. There are some rainbows in it. It's, I would say, a medium kind of, this isn't the best background to be showing it on either. It's kind of actually, let me grab a piece of paper. There we go. No, that's worse. Now it just looks really dark. It's kind of like a medium kind of toned smoky quartz, I would say. It's fairly translucent, but it does have a really nice kind of muddy, smoky kind of colour to it. So yeah, it's quite a lot smaller than my fluorite, but my fluorite is absolutely massive. This is kind of like, this is a decent size. So what I've been doing recently, now my fluorite is just my touchstone, literally. I will just grab it, and in the morning sometimes when I'm kind of making general kind of statements of intention, I will just hold it. I will keep it with me on my desk while I'm working sometimes. It's just kind of, it's my stone. Fluorite for a while now has been my stone, and when I found this piece, it just, I had to take it home. It's definitely the most expensive crystal that I own because I don't like to break the bank with crystals. But what I've been doing in the morning now is after I meditate, and I've meditated on the chakras and I finish kind of with the crown chakra, and then I like to ground myself by holding my smoky quartz in one hand and my onyx egg in the other, because they're both very grounding stones, and I've really been liking doing that. I like the weight of them, particularly for that kind of grounding thing in the morning. So yeah, I'm rambling way more than I was intending to. So I'll kind of leave it there with the crystals. One last thing that I want to mention in this video, just a little life update. Some of you will know if you've been watching my previous videos that I've been applying for masters in the UK. I have actually been accepted to a masters in Edinburgh, so I might be going to Edinburgh next September. I've only applied for 2 so far, and honestly I won't be applying for any more, because if I don't get the other place then I'm happy enough. Like, I'm more than happy to go to Edinburgh. Even if I get accepted to the other place, Edinburgh might be my preference anyway. So now it's just going to be the rigmarole of applying for funding, seeing if I can get any funding, and just yeah, the drama of uprooting my life and moving country, which is really exciting. So I might be moving to Scotland, guys. I have this idea in my head that if I live in the UK, that I can like visit all of you UK kind of pagans living in England. Even though like Scotland is like, I might as well just be in Ireland. Like, it's so far away from everywhere in England. It's like a 5-hour train ride, no, more than a 5-hour train ride to London. So yeah, but you know, it's a train ride. It's more manageable than a flight. Like, surely, yeah, I can come and visit you guys, especially if you live in the north of England. But it's gonna happen. Epic train rides all the way. Yeah, if you live in the UK and you're a YouTube pagan, then watch out. I'm coming and visiting you and sleeping on your couch, whether you like it or not. Well, obviously not. I'm not that creepy, don't worry. Okay, that's about it. Yeah, pointless video is pointless. Talk to you again soon. Just one more thing before I wrap up this video. This is kind of following up on the video I made, which was called Having a Pagan Altar in My Living Room. And I just wanted to share this with you because I found out in advance that my landlords are bringing over a guy to view my apartment, because I'm moving out in the next kind of couple of weeks, and they're bringing someone over to view the flat. And because I had kind of enough notice to actually do something about my altar, oh yeah, and you will see that I have actually moved my altar as well. I haven't mentioned that yet. I actually found that I did want to clear away parts of my altar. Not so much because I'm embarrassed by it or I don't want them to know that I have an altar, because it's pretty clear. It's still pretty clear that there's something, you know, going on here, and that the Buddha statue is there and everything. But more because, you know, this is a complete stranger, and my landlords, with whom, you know, I have no sort of relationship whatsoever. And I just feel like, because my altar is so personal and just so reflective of something very personal to me, that I just don't want them seeing it. And, you know, I've said before, like, it seems pretty contradictory when I'm happy to share it online to complete and utter strangers who I will never even meet. But there's something about people who are in my life, who see another side of me, who have dealings with me, and who couldn't, you know, give a toss about my spiritual practice, frankly. And especially a guy who is potentially going to be living here after me. I just feel like I don't want them to know too much about me. I guess maybe I'm quite a private kind of person. Again, despite everything you might think from my channel, everything that I share here so openly, but there is a difference between sharing my altar with people who are spiritually inclined, who are interested in what I have to share and that kind of thing, and then sharing it so openly with people who have some sort of connection with me but are basically strangers. But, you know, like I say, that they do have some connection with my life, that I have to deal with them. And again, like I say, that this guy is going to be coming into this space after me, and particularly in that case, I really don't want him to just see my altar in its full glory. So I've covered up the top with a scarf, and then in the bottom I've taken away quite a lot of the stuff at the bottom as well. So I just thought, you know, seeing as that was something that I hadn't unpacked myself really, and that I hadn't really figured out why I felt like I didn't like people seeing my altar, even though I'm happy to share it online, I thought I would continue that conversation briefly by sharing this with you and just saying, you know, it's contradictory, but I don't know, I'm sure you guys experience similar kind of contradictory moments with letting people see your altar, not letting people see your altar, and that kind of thing.